Hello and welcome back to another final table commentary. Today we got a 5K main event second chance from WCOOP 2025. We got What Is Love on the final table. We got Darwin, G. Tavares, Raja. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. I'm sorry, my friend. We got Raid A Lot, Ronin, Milanov, Pads, and Santoy. Tavares comes in for the open with the ace-queen suited. Very strong holding here. They have 40 blinds. Queen 10 suited for Pads in the big, playing about 15.5. We're going to see 3 cards here, dealer. Looking for hearts, a little jack. No, a little jack 9, 8 or some shit. None of that. A little bit of that. 9, 9, 3 flop, 1 heart. Not really what Pads is looking for. Backdoor straight, backdoor flush draw. Gets a free 8 of hearts on the turn. That's what we're looking for. Pads might lead it out here. Looking for a jack or the heart. 10 also works, dealer. Give Pads a few pennies to play with. They go in the tank and check it on over. Not going to be so easy to win unless we make our hand on the river. Do we have our check raise? I don't know if ace queen goes for a bet here. It does. 1.8, super small. We're at least seeing a river. It's a river or a check raise jam and the ace queen folds. There's the check raise. It's very small, 3.8 blinds. What's going on here, Pads? We've got 9.5 behind. 2 more to call for ace queen. No flush draw, no straight draw. Ace queen hits the muck. What a play by Pads. They take that one down. Milanov with an ace and a queen. We'll see what the heck happens here. There's a queen jack open. Milanov might rip it in. Oh, they're going to rip it in. Stupid fucking comments from the commentator here today. Which will bring me to my next point, which is thank you, Kalipoker, for the replay, yo. KalipokerTV. If you find yourself not giving a freaking shit for the commentary, there'll be a link in the description down below to the video. And Kalipoker, so you can go check out some more poker action in some silence. We're looking for a jack. Ace on the river. Milanov makes a boat, gets a full double. But yeah, you know, if you manage to make it through my stumbling and mumbling, then I appreciate it. But if you don't care for that, you're more than welcome to go check it out in peace and quiet. Darwin's disconnected. That's unfortunate to see. They got a 6 and a 3 under the gun. Surely gonna let that go. Oh, I should also mention we're not in the money yet. 6 players make the money. We'll get $14,000 locked up then. Don't really know how much for first is. We see there's a deal made between first and second place. So whenever we get there, they'll chop it up almost evenly. We got 88,000 for first, 81,000, 82,000 for second. Oh boy, Darwin finally folds. Pads with a 10 and a 7 on the button. They got this big stack, 20 blinds. They're gonna find the fold. Santoy in the small, 10-8. Oh, What Is Love does face the jam with queen 4 suited. They find the call with the best of it. Looking for 10s and 8s. We find it on the turn. No queen for What Is Love. Santoy gets the full double. It's kind of fun to see. 10 high rips it in there. Queen high, suited queen. Shitty little 4 to boot. Finds the call. That's no good. 10-10 for Tavares. We got Milanov with ace queen once again. See a queen being folded. I don't know if there's any folded beforehand. Milanov 3-bet super small. We're going to get this in pre-dude. 10-10 will rip this in. We'll see all 5 cards as Milanov will snap call. Again, we're still a few off the money, but Milanov surely sticks it in here, right? Why is this taking so long? Surely we didn't 3-bet the 4 blinds to fold. We 3-bet the 4 blinds to fold? Riddle me that one, dude. Okay, so 3 players off the money. There's Santoy at 10. What Is Love at 8. Darwin at 8. We 3-bet fold off 14. With ace queen. 8-8 for Santoy. Milanov's a wizard. They're no fool. Milanov's a strong player. Here I am just confused though. Santoy will get the jam through with the 8 and the 8, and now they're up to 15. Milanov sitting at 10 now. They're one of the seats looking to bust unless there's some coolers or some shit. Raja in the big, facing the 3.3 blind raise. Here could be one of those coolers that I was speaking of. Just 2 seconds ago. Get a 9-6-2 flop. Not really looking coolerish. E7 with the club draw. Backdoor club draw, that is. Backdoor straight draw. Tavares checks it on over. A queen on the turn. Yeah, like this isn't a cooler in any which way. Top pair. Might even be check 2 once again. Yeah, why would ace high bet? Pair of queens is even going to check it down. Doesn't want to bloat the pot. Flush gets there. Straight gets there as well. Tavares blocks both of it. See, there's a world where they check. Raja bets. And then Tavares bluffs. But other than that, shouldn't be too spicy, right? Does Tavares put him in the spot? Like king queen might fold just facing a jam here if we're being honest. 20 blinds behind. But the ace 7 is just gonna hit the muck. Couple blockers says fuck it, I don't want to put him in a spot. King jack for Santoy. I think pads folded something of interest. Not gonna back up to see what it was, but I think it was at least an ace. King jack, that hits the muck. Was it queen 10? What did pads have? I should really back up, but no siree. Tavares with 8-7 suited will open it up. 10-5 in the big blind for Ray Lot. They're not afraid to see a flop. We get a 6-5-3 board. 2 hearts. Straight draw for Tavares with the backdoor spade draw. They check and bang off a spade on the turn. So you got pair for Ray Lot with their flush draw. Tavares. Open ender, their flush draw. Looking for a 4. Oh my lord, we should get 3 on the river. They didn't even give me a chance to start listing all of their outs. They got a long list of outs and they all miss. Pair of 5s for Raylot's good for the pot, but won't be easy to face a river bet here, no. It's a check down pot, so it won't be huge. The 4 blind bet comes in by 8 high. And Raylot isn't afraid of nothing. I think they're going to find the call. Yeah, Ray Lot just says, fuck you, dude. Should have bet at some point. Not the river, obviously. What stellar commentary. We're just going to pretend that I am ignorant to how ignorant I sound. Okay, that's what we'll do. What's going on here? Ronan with a king and a jack. Darwin with an ace. Probably not going to rip, right? Ace 2-0. Right behind king 2, my least favorite hand. Darwin does take the spot here, ace 2. Got some cards that would help Ronan make a hand being folded here. Raja is going to fold this king 8. Queen 10 for Radalot. Surely just lets that go. I think Ronan with the big stack will get this in though. That they do. We're looking for kings and jacks. Or Darwin will survive, get the double up. That'd be good news. They do. 15 blinds for Darwin. It's always fun to see. Pads picks up a few pennies. Darwin picks up a full double even. Santoy picked up a few chips. Fun to see these strong players pick up chips to throw around when they come in being such shorties. King 10 for Santoy will come in for a min raise under the gun +1. 7-7 for Ronan. Shirley just rips it in and takes it down pre. King 10 does have fair equity here against the 7-7, but no, Santoy says I gotta fold, dude. What's going on here? A little king jack for Darwin, ace jack for Tavares. Da-do-do-do. King jack, we'll see how Darwin elects to proceed. Feels like a min raise fold if we're being honest. No reason to really rewrite the strategy here. Ace jack even hits the muck. Darwin's open, gets plenty of respect. Tavares says, I'm not going to fuck around in this instance. Like, yeah, do you really want to call? No, you probably want to 3-bet the ace jack, but you feel like you're going to get bullied. So, like, Darwin still might find a 4-bet all in somehow with the king jack facing a 3-bet. Like if Tavares makes it 4.5. Like, I doubt it. Probably wouldn't happen, but you never know. Queen, queen. Tavares will open it up after pads. Raised, I think ace king. Ripped it all in, took it down pre. Milanov with a pocket pair of eights. Sees a big stack open under the gun +1. Not necessarily what you wanted to see, but 8-8 is probably good enough to stick it in here, being in second last place. Milanov does some quick calculations and says, no, Brendan, you're probably wrong once again. Milanov will be the word of wisdom here. They say just continue to fold. Fold your way into the money if you can. King 10 for Tavares. They're right back in there. Let me tell you, I don't know how Milanov folded those eights facing queen, queen. Like, Tavares is getting after it here. They did fold the ace jack versus king jack, of course. But Tavares isn't like being a pussy and just folding everything. Milanov sees just a single raise under the gun +1. Says eights are not good here, dude. I have 6 blinds. There's no way eights are good. It's like, what? They could totally be fair. That's a fair hand to go get all in with. Like, we see an ace 3 suited rip it in here for what is love. Like, this isn't under the... Is this 8 9-handed? 4 5? It's 9-handed. It's under the gun +2 open. Ronan sees an ace high board, pretty well dead. Looking for some straight help. Sees a 6 on the turn. That's not what Ronan's looking for at all. So what is love? Gets a double. Santoy 2-3 suited. They'll fold that shit. Darwin with king jack. 15 blinds on the button is in a weird spot. Is this a min raise fold again? Or do we just rip it in, take it down pre? Darwin says min raise. But they always stick a little juice on top of it. 2.04. We got a call by king 2, ace 10-9 flop. Straight draw for Darwin with the best king high. Will likely just bet and take the pot down. 2.04. I don't get it, Darwin. You are Darwin. But I don't get it. I went 2.01 before with the middle position open. I guess it was an early position open with king jack. Here on the button they go 2.04. I don't know why it means so much to me, but it really bothers me. King jack. Tavares opens it up. I'll take this one down pre. Like, it bothers me so much because it doesn't make sense necessarily. It's just like we're just typing in some random numbers to make our opponents not really do any extra calculations, you know? That's why I don't get it. But it's like Darwin, one of the best players in the world, so they do it for some reason. Santoy with 10-10 surely will rip this in for 8 blinds, right? Surely we get the 8 or the 10s in. Strong pocket pair. Santoy rips and takes it down pre, bringing them up to about 11 blinds. The blinds go up, so they're actually at 9. How about that? Ace 9 suited for Darwin. King queen for Tavares. Might just get another raise. Folds to Milanov, or does Ronan 3-bet the ace 2? King queen could always 3-bet as well, but if ace jack is gonna fold. No, king queen says I'm a 3-bet, dude. I'm no ace jack, I'm king queen. I come in for a small 3-bet. Like, this is what I was expecting the ace jack was gonna do, but Tavares says I don't want to take the spot because Darwin might 4-bet all in. Darwin says call ace 7 flop. Riddle me this one. Ace 9 suited. Calls the smallest of 3 bets pre-flop. Faces a small bet on the flop. 2 blinds into 11. What a little happening this is. No way Darwin's folding 3 of a kind. Queen on the turn. Tavares says showdown value. We probably get a free river, right? Although there's a flush draw, straight draws too. We'll see how Tavares proceeds, drawing dead. 9 of diamonds on the river. That's a boat. It's a frickin' boat, guys. Darwin, do we bet really small? Do we just rip it in? Darwin goes in the tank. Surely we just jam. We have a boat. Darwin says bet small, Brennan. You're always wrong, dude. We have a boat and king queen just folds. What a little happening that hand was. King queen picks up showdown value. Says if you bet, dude, there's no way my showdown value is worth anything. You can bet half your stack. You can bet all in. Bet one blind. Do whatever, Darwin. I'm folding. What a play by Tavares to know exactly where they're at the whole time. What is love? King queen. They come in for a min raise off of 9 blinds. Just under that. Ace two for pads. Defends the big. We get a 5-3-3 flop. Pads with a straight draw, calls ace high, still best on the 8 turn. Got just under 6 blinds behind, about 8 in the middle. What do we do here with king queen? What is love goes in the tank, bets another 2 blinds? We got 3.6 behind, dude. What does pads do with the straight draw to the 4, ace high? They find the call, queen on the river. Nasty card, dude. Nasty card. Nasty queen on the river. Nice hand by pads. They'll get absolutely punished. What is love will value jam, and pads has to fold the ace high. King queen gets there on the river. 15, almost 16 blinds for what is love. That puts him in a fair spot. We got our 3 shorties. Ronan will rip in the queen 2 suited. Jack 8 for Santoy in the big. One of those shorties. Pads, one of the shorties. Milanov, the shortest, with 3 blinds. What a nasty little happening when that queen was, dude. Pads hung in there on the turn with ace 2 with the little straight draw to the 4. Got a couple ace jacks here. Pads might get out of the way if Milanov rips king queen. What do we do with ace jack? Raja opens. Like if Milanov just sticks it in, dude. It's only 3 blinds to call, but Pads has 8. Milanov just folds. I think Pads can just still rip this in now. We're in like 3rd last. Yeah, Pads says take the spot. Same hand. We would have chopped. Raja quickly folds. Pads does get away with one there. It's nice to see. They're up to 13 blinds now. Uh-oh. Here I am coughing it up. Ace king versus ace queen. Button versus big blind. No matter which way we go about this, we're getting this all in pre. Darwin with an easy call facing the jam. Looking for a queen. No chop outs. Jack on the river's clean for Santoy. Do. Queen jack for pads. 13 blinds. It's a weird spot. Like, do we min raise? 2.2 blinds. It should get the job done here. 6-3 for Tavares, and the big is no play. We do find the fold. Ace jack for Ronan. Early position. Comes in for the min raise. 10-10 for what is love. King jack for Santoy. Probably not going to 3-bet here. See a lot of Broadway cards being folded for Ronan. A 10 in the big blind should be folded. Like, we probably get an all-in play. I've expected that a few times by a pair. 10-10, very strong hand. Rip it on in 13.5 blinds. We say good luck. Ace jack with a quick call. Looking for aces and jack. Finds it on the flop. Looking for the one remaining 10. No siree. Nothing for what is love. They are out of here. Was a very fun hand that king queen goes for another bet on the turn. It was like 2 blinds with some 5-3-3 flop. Goes small bet call, 2 blinds on the 8 turn with like a flush draw out there. Queen on the river. Jams 3.6 into like 15 blinds or something. Maybe it was 12 blinds. 3.6 into 12, making the pot like 15.5 or something like this. But it was a very fun hand. Pads had to fold the ace high. Facing the very small river jam. But it was correct. Anyways, Santoy loses the flip with 10-10. They're out of here. Got 2 more players to bust till we're in the money. Got King Jack for Tavares. Surely they come in for the open off 22.5. They open rip. They'll take it down pre. Ronan in the big blind doesn't get to 3-bet the 9-2-0. Right a lot with 10-7. Somehow hasn't folded yet. But there we go. Blinds go up. Blinds go up. Jack 5 for rate a lot. No, I don't know why I thought they were going to play that. King 5's all in versus 8-6. We get a good flop. Bad turn. 9 on the river's clean. That's a bunch of straight draws. Wasn't it an open ender to the 2 or 7? For Ronan there. Bad turn. Anyways, we got Ace King for Santoy. Ace Ace for Pads. Waits patiently in the big with all the kings being folded here. Santoy needs a little Queen Jack 10 action. A bunch of spades or a bunch of clubs. But all the kings have been folded. See how Pads proceeds with this here. They go 4.5 blinds. We will get this in pre-flop. Ace King is no call here. We just jam. We are kind of confused by it. We're not going to fold. That's for sure. We are kind of thinking, well, I got Ace King. We're just getting this in, but this looks strong as all hell. Pad shows some aces. There's a queen out there. Another queen on the turn. Santoy is pretty well dead with 3/4 of a blind left. We gotta invest it with the queen 3. That's not fun. We got a little 4-4 from Milanov. We'll see if they take the spot. Ronan opens up King 8. Do 4s ever fold here? Weird spot for Milanov with one player pretty well all in. Weird. King 8 finds a call looking for kings and 8s. 8 on the turn. 3 on the river means nothing. Santoy and Milanov are gone. Ronan knocks them both out. And we are now in the money. $14,000 in the 5K main event second chance. Da-do-do-do, da-do-do-do. How exciting. Got a couple queens in the blinds that we do. Queen 2 will just get a walk, no action. 9-9 for Pads. Pads comes in for the open off 26.5 and takes it down pretty boring, dude. Ace Jack suited. We see a King Queen for Darwin. 13 blinds in the money. We could start to do some 3-bet jamming. Don't think we want to call here. We do get the jam. Ace Jack for Pads. We'll see how they proceed. 6-handed Ace Jack becomes stronger. We didn't really want to face a jam, but if it's from one of the shorties, maybe we take the spot. Ace Jack suited. What do we do, Pads? What do we do? They do find the call. Kings or queens? No, it's an ace high board. Queen on the turn brings in a 2-pair draw, but only gets there for Pads. Aces and jacks will take it down. And look at that, Pads with this big stack, ace 7 now. They're going to let that one go under the gun. 10-5 for Raja. 10-5, 11 blinds on the button. I have no idea why I announced their hand. This will just be a walk. It's 11 blinds. They're not playing 10-5 suited there. Queen 4 for Ronan. Ace 4 for Pads. This is a little fun. Ace 4 suited can 3-bet or just go post flop. Pad says we will take it post. 10-10-3 is the board. No hearts out there for Pads, but most importantly, no queens. Ronan checks folds, and we're moving on along. Not much here. Queen 10, we'll open it up, and 9-10 for Tavares in the big. We'll think about a call. We might see 3 cards dealer. Yes, we will. 10-7-4, top pair versus top pair. Bad news for Tavares. They see a full pot size bet. They're getting boned here. They rip it all in looking for a 9 or some backdoor straight draw. Queen on the turn will completely dead ya. That's a damn shame. Ronan takes down a nice pot. I got some hiccups here, dude. Queen 9 for Pads. Opening the button. Ace 4 for right a lot in the big. I'll get the hell out of there. King 7 suited. Pads can open this up. We do have Ronan in the big blind, but Pads is not afraid. King Queen for right a lot. Another spot where we can think about that 3-bet jam. Rate a lot takes it quicker than Darwin did, that's for sure. The jam gets through pre. King Jack for rate a lot. Come in for another play. Open to 2 blinds. Ooh. Something's up with rate a lot this WCOOP. I wonder. King Jack on the button. Rate a lot's either like on a whole nother level or somebody else is playing behind the screen. No, that's a joke. That's a joke I shouldn't have said. That's too rude. It's like King Jack folding the button off 18 blinds. Okay, wait, we got a shorty here. We got a pair of queens versus set. Oh, do some math, Brendan. Don't shit talk rate a lot. Do some math. Rate a lot just made $14,000. But King Jack folding the button, we could fold to the 3-bet jam, couldn't we? We lose Raja there in 4th place. They get 30K for their efforts. Rate a lot does get a ladder. Everybody's got 44,000 locked up. Oh, we got queens versus jacks. Queens versus jacks. This looks good for rate a lot. They'll rip it in, get it in pre. Looking for a jack or some hearts. Oof. Jack on the turn. Rate a lot is out of here in 3rd. Well, that's a damn shame, and we get heads up here. So it looks like Pads might win a pot or 2, and then we'll get that choppity chop chop chop. Ronan says deal. Pad says GL. Oh, and then he says okay. Then when they say wait, and then they're going back and forth, and now we're playing a hand. Now we're checking it down. We're checking it down. Jack will take the pot, and we are gonna talk out a deal, chop it on up. So yeah, maybe I'll go back to that rate a lot King Jack fold. Right? Are we gonna still play some poker? Tournament has been paused for the deal discussion. Did they just say GL and rip it in now? Oh, it looks like they didn't make a deal yet. That's kind of odd. Pair of queens for Pads. Ace high for Ronan. We'll see a little heads up poker. Trying to go back to back on this one. 6 says Pads. What's going on here? 3 of a kind versus ace high. Are they still going to make a deal? Pair of aces for Ronan. 3 of a kind checks it all the way down. Aces bet. 3 of a kind obviously value raises. Blocking the straight here. Got 3 of a kind. We're going to go for a big bet. Does Ronan just lose a pot and then say fuck it, I don't want to play anymore? Pads rips it in and takes the pot down. What's going on here, dude? I'm so confused because we can clearly see right from the get-go that they end up making a deal. We got Jack 9 versus Jack 8. Jack 9 makes a pair. I don't think they can collude. So, like, Ronan can't say, hey, Pads, I'm going to give you a little bit of money just so I can get the back-to-back titles. Let me get the victory. Like, I don't think they can collude like that. I don't think that's allowed. Maybe it is. Probably not, though. Collusion's typically frowned upon. We got a flush versus a pair of 9s. We get the call. Did we get a deal or not? How do we got so many chips and Pads stack? Got the flush facing the pair of 9s. We get it all in. Sorry, I'm so confused. Isn't there supposed to be a deal chopped up here? We got ace high versus king high. Ronan bets 3 blinds. What's going on, guys? We all saw we only had like 4 minutes left in the video. Ace high finds a call. King high no good. Did we get a deal chopped? Oh, we must have made a deal and then they're just playing it out. Ronan says, I wanted the back-to-back victories, so we're going to play it out. Pad says, okay, we'll play it out. But there was already a deal made, I suppose. The deal was already made. It was set in stone. They're just playing for fun, I guess. Pads might win a little bit more on top of it because they'll be like... So they probably made a deal and then there's like 5K left for the victory or something like this. Something like that, you know? Ronan down to a few pennies. A pair of 5s is best for this pot. Pair of 4s, 0 calls. Sees the bad news. Well, that was confusing. Pair of 10s versus 6-9. Oh, we got a straight versus the overpair. Flop straight for Ronan. Surely gets a full double here, right? Get a jam and a call. 5% for pads. Does he just somehow hit backdoor boat? a 9 for no. Ronan picks up pots. We don't have we don't have many minutes left in the video. What's going on here? 8-2 for pads, 7-7 for Ronan. Get an ace 6-3 flop, 7 to go for a value bet, and 8 high hits the muck. How is the show proceeding? I could have swore a few minutes ago we only had a few minutes, and now we've got ace 3 versus queen 4. We get a limp and a raise and a call, and we're off to the flop. Right? Holy shit, I've never been so confused making one of these videos. This pads 3-bet rips and takes the pot down pre. Says fuck taking that one post flop. Then we get queen 8 facing a 6 blind raise, taking the pot down again as pads. Get 5-4 ripping it in. 5-4 suited rips it in for Ronan, takes it on down. Got an 8 and a 6. Ronan's right back in there. Their heads up, of course he's right back in there. Pads with 5-3 in the big blind. We're gonna call. No, they rip it in. What? Oh yeah, we're not playing for money really. We already made a deal. A 6 and a king rips it into ace queen, ace high board. The board is all locked up. So will it say? No, they must have made a deal. I wonder if I can look over here. We already know. So pads gets the victory. That's good to know. No, there's just nothing here. Nothing here to help clear up my confusion. They must have made a deal, and then they were just playing for bragging rights, I suppose. And Pad says, "Fuck it, dude. I'll get the bragging rights." But that is the end of the show. If you made it all the way through, thanks for checking this bullshit out. GG to the players. Very fun to see. Pads take one down. One of my favorite players to watch. But if you got any comments or suggestions on improving the show, fire them down in the comments below. And until next time, adios, amigos.